Still looking at me.
What's good, Money Gang? It's the Multitasker back into another reaction video, and it's time for Death Battle. Oh yeah. Ooh. But yes, this is a Death Battle episode reaction, and it's Marvel versus DC again. But a good one, because we have Captain Marvel versus Shazam. Technically, it was originally Captain Marvel back in the early years in the old DC comics, until Marvel was basically doing an imprint of the miniseries of the title Captain Marvel. And of course, once they see the old comics, they realize that, like, whoa, hold on, Captain Marvel. And yet we have Captain Marvel to the Marvel comics. Yeah, there was basically it was a debatable legal issues, and most of all confusing for all the readers who ever pick up between both comics from both industries. And naturally, that Marvel won of the legal rights, and that the title Captain Marvel is now owned by Marvel, and that DC was forced to go to drastic changes, and which the results we have Shazam, because of Billy basically had to shout out of that one word that basically transformed to his alter ego. So you already know how the rest of the story goes. But anyways, this is going to be an interesting fight, because you have Carol, who basically, she is an ace pilot that got herself caught in the middle between of the Kree and the Skrull War, and that basically I do remember of her origin, that basically the disruptor that exploded, that altered her DNA, in which that she became Miss Marvel, and undergoing with a different name changes to Binary, to Warbird, to Miss Marvel again, until that she decided to call herself Captain Marvel to honor of the late Marvel. And then you have Shazam, which is Billy, an orphan that stumbled upon to the cave, and that met the wizard, and that he would grant of the magic powers of the seven gods, or maybe that I got it all wrong. It's the six gods. I apologize. That would make him become as a hero of a champion, and that's what I remembered in Shazam's original story. Unless between of the original to the New 52, and I'm pretty sure that the DC fans are sick to death with the whole New 52 timeline. But other than that, I can't wait to see who's gonna win. So it's the battle of the Marvels. Yep, and I just said it. So without further ado, commence the episode battle. Okay, I'm gonna stop because this is getting stupid. So let's just get started with the episode.
Many with great power choose to take up the responsibility of being a hero. But for others, it is thrust upon them when they least expect it.
Like Captain Marvel, the high-flying Avenger.
And Shazam, the literal boy-turned-hero of the Justice League.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Oh, and sorry, I didn't mean to pause like that, but just for a heads up, I'm already aware that Captain Marvel already won over Android 18 on the last episode, and yes, I'm sure that the fans were a little disappointed that 18 didn't make it to the match. So trust me, I hear you and I understand completely. Now that I got that out of the way, let's move on.
Before she would take up her superhero mantle, Carol was an Army brat raised by Joe and Marie Danvers.
Inspired by her U.S. Navy dad, Carol joined the Air Force at 18 with the hopes of one day becoming an astronaut. Which sounds really cool, except, comic book outer space is way more dangerous than real outer space, which is already, pretty friggin' dangerous. Arnold, don't take off your... No!
You're not far off. After becoming head of security at NASA, Carol was caught up in an alien struggle, which resulted in an explosion of a device called the Psych Magnetron.
Oh, okay.
What's it now? The Psych Magnetron was designed to bestow superhuman powers to the alien species known as the Kree. Caught close to the explosion, Carol seemed to be unaffected.
But, plot twist, her mom was an alien Kree all along.
And so, Carol's half-Kree, half-human genetics were fused and awakened, forging her into a superheroine, the likes of which the world had never seen. Too bad she didn't even know about it for months.
Yeah, she'd black out sometimes and then wake up to hear of a new blonde superhero lady saving the day. It's like keeping your own secret identity a secret from yourself.
Eventually, she did figure it out and accepted her role as
I
Miss
remember
Marvel.
that there was a
She's had a bunch of names like that. Warbird
That
and Captain Whizbang. And not kidding about that one.
Until a certain Kree superhero and close friend passed on. Upholding the legacy of her mentor, she took up his heroic name.
And so Carol became known as Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel possesses incredible superhuman strength, speed, stamina, and durability. She resists fatal poisons, has a notable healing factor, and doesn't even need to eat or sleep for long periods of time.
She's got a ton of experience fighting with the Avengers, X-Men, and the spacefaring Starjammers. Oh, and she can friggin' fly.
And to top it off, she possesses incredible energy manipulation powers. She can fire photon blasts from her body, alter matter at a molecular level, and absorb enormous amounts of energy, which can augment her own power.
And when she absorbs enough energy, she busts out the big guns by transforming into her ultimate form. And top-tier fire-type Pokemon, Binary. Thanks to some weird experiments done to her by the creepy-crawly brood aliens. First she gets her human and Kree bits smashed together, and then she gets her genes brooded to become a sun person?
As Binary, she is extraordinarily powerful on a cosmic scale. Directly connected to the power of a white hole, Binary can control all forms of energy, fly through space, move at the speed of light, and even control gravity.
Oh, she controls gravity. Big deal. Even I can do that. Watch this. Oh, God, what have I done?
Oh no, how sad.
I'm a monster!
Just for the record, you did that to yourself.
I'll pour one out for you, buddy.
Oh my God.
Oh, wait!
Let's move on.
Ah!
While she has lost her Binary powers before, she still maintains an instilled connection to white holes nearby and can summon the form when necessary. Similar to another long-dormant power of hers, her hyper-awareness.
Her deja vu power. She can automatically predict her opponent's moves, sort of like Spider-Man's really OP spider sense.
With her slew of abilities, Marvel is a force to be reckoned with. It wasn't easy for her, though, and she soon found herself wandering the universe in search of purpose.
But nobody got away with messing with her for long. She's tough enough to survive a nuclear blast, a shot from a disintegrator beam which could destroy the android vision in one shot, and even a direct hit from a tachyon laser.
Tachyons are a theoretical class of particles that travel faster than the speed of light and are capable of slicing through nearly anything.
Like an entire Kree starship? Yeah, I wouldn't want to be on the end of one of those.
Not only was Marvel able to take a hit from one of these, she could dodge subsequent shots as well.
But let's take it up a notch. As Binary, she's survived attacks from both the Phoenix Force and the Alephists, both of which are known for blowing up entire planets. Hell, she can wipe out planets on her own if she really wants to, because she totally already has.
Even without her Binary powers, Marvel could toss around and obliterate the remnants of this enormous asteroid.
Damn, that's impressive. Hey, Wiz, how come you've never mentioned how strong I am? I bet I could punch apart an asteroid.
Well, I don't know, Boomstick. I'd have to calibrate a new strength meter to accommodate your...
That's two for squealing. So, she's super powerful, but she does reach some limits if she overuses her powers. You know, after blowing up a couple planets or whatever.
That and absorbing magical energy can be a dangerous gamble, though it doesn't stop her from taking on mystic monstrosities whenever she needs to.
Because Captain Marvel is one superhero who will never stop fighting, no matter what.
Oh, good. Looks like I didn't miss all the fun.
Another combatant.
Thanks. Right back at you.
After moving between foster families for most of his life, 15-year-old Billy Batson didn't know the meaning of home. But one day, after being chased by bullies into a subway car, Billy was magicked away to the Rock of Eternity, where he was granted powers by a mysterious wizard.
Wait. That's it? No freaky alien genes? No parents getting gunned down in an alley? He just hopped on a train and shot off to meet some old dude? Where's the tragedy? Where's the drama?
Boomstick, he's an orphan.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Anyway, the Rock of Eternity is no ordinary chunk of dirt floating across the cosmos. It was the home of a wizardly hero who was in need of an heir. And to claim his powers, all Billy needed to do was speak aloud a single magic
I need
word.
to watch Justice League.
Shazam! What kind of magic word is Shazam? Even abracadabra would be better than that.
Boomstick, you have no room to talk. Your password is password. And you don't even spell it right.
Exactly, Wiz. Genius.
Oh, wait.
Wait a minute. How do you know my password?
Let's move on.
It's so easy.
Anyway, whenever Billy shouts his magic word with heroic intent, he summons a bolt of lightning that ages him up to become Captain Marvel.
Yep, that's what he originally
Until they
was.
changed that shit because of Marvel Comics.
Long story short, Captain Marvel was originally conceived not by DC or Marvel, but by Fawcett Comics as a competitor for Superman.
Yeah, DC didn't like that, so they killed off the captain in the courtroom and took the character for themselves.
Then Marvel Comics showed up 20 years later and had a similar legal battle with MF Enterprises.
Mother Enterprises?
Whoa.
Yeah, beat me to it.
Well, good news, because apparently they forgot how copyright works and tried to make their own Captain Marvel.
There's had the power to pop his head off, and that's about it. He's stupid. Let's move on.
With that, Captain...
Now that is something that I didn't know about that. So it was a debatable talk I've been hearing about, but it was such a long time ago. But yeah, it makes sense. It was the Fawcett Comics that created Captain Marvel. So yeah, so my bad. And Wiz, thank you for the educational 101. Now, okay, let's just move on.
Marvel had two owners. Marvel owned the name, but DC owned the character. And so began a cold legal war, with both companies silently daring the other to cross the line.
So DC decided,
Spy versus spy.
Screw it, let's call him Shazam.
Yeah.
As
You get
Shazam, Billy gains a wide variety of impressive powers, including the wisdom of Solomon, the strength of Hercules, the stamina of Atlas, the lightning of Zeus, the courage of Achilles, and the speed of Mercury.
And the body of legal drinking age.
Each of these ancient beings granted their own capabilities to Shazam. The wisdom of Solomon gave him a perfect memory and the ability to magically gain any knowledge he needs to know.
So, it's like a smartphone with internet access.
Sure.
The strength of Hercules makes him super strong, obviously. And with the lightning of Zeus, he got awesome electric powers.
Zeus himself once channeled the power to defeat the Shattered God, a being only previously slain by the Big Bang.
I slayed your mom with the Big Bang.
Shazam also gained accelerated healing, a shortcut to the Rock of Eternity, and the ability to share his powers with anyone he considers family, like his adoptive sister. I suppose he eventually found himself a home after all, huh?
Oh,
Yeah.
that's touching.
That's one way
Back
to
to
put
cool
it.
superpowers. With the courage of Achilles, he became tough enough to survive in space and even take on Superman himself.
And with the speed of Mercury, he can fly as well as move faster than light.
Hey, wait a minute. Solomon, Hercules, Atlas? The first letters come together to spell Shazam.
Yep.
Yeah.
You say I don't pay attention.
Isn't it obvious?
Despite Billy's often sour attitude thanks to, well, homelessness, he always dreamed of rising up and becoming a hero. As Shazam, he wound up being so good at hero work, he joined the Justice League. Though he did keep the truth of his powers a secret, as Superman would probably think twice about sending a 15-year-old into an active combat zone.
You gotta learn sometime, right? Plus, he's super powerful, able to stand up against all sorts of aliens, monsters, and gods. He's
Including
fast enough
Black
to
Adam.
transform and dodge a bullet all in one move, and even outran the Flash, racing around the world at speeds even Superman doubted he could match. That's right, Shazam is faster than frickin' Superman.
Superman can perceive time and react down to the femtosecond. For Flash and Shazam to exceed this in one run around the Earth, they must be moving more than 133 trillion times faster than light.
Holy
Yeah, that's
shit.
cool and all, but how about the time he punched so hard he started a black hole out of nowhere? He's tough enough to shrug off Superman's punches, survive planet-bursting shots from the Void Hound, and even a bomb that turned his whole body inside out. What the fuck?
That's the Tesseract Bomb, and Shazam's
Tesseract
magic was
Bomb?
powerful enough to pull himself back together without much issue. So
Jesus.
technically not a straight durability feat, but still, a device that turns things inside out? Delightful! It's so fascinating I had to replicate it for myself.
The hell is that?
If my calculations are correct, this should mimic the space-bending reversal effects of the Tesseract Bomb, turning any object inside out. Hey, wait, I haven't tested it.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
However, even with all Shazam's might, he is still 15-year-old Billy Batson.
Yeah.
His time and experience hardly compares to other members of the Justice League, and his headstrong immaturity can't help but slip out every now and then.
Hey, Blackheart the Death Eater, or whatever your World of Warcraft name is, suck on this!
Wiz, it's gotta be super hard going back and forth in that hormone hurricane.
Yet distractions and adversaries aren't enough to stop this Cape Crusader. He may be the ultimate power fantasy incarnate, but he's also exactly what he'd hoped he'd be, a hero.
You know, you've never been any good against magic, and magic's what I'm all about.
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle!
I'm gonna say Captain Marvel. They both are similar, incredibly powerful. They both have invulnerability, but I can't shake the feeling that Carol's gonna win.
No! Oh, jeez, stop!
Stop right there! You really think you can get away with something so petty?
Oh, I didn't mean this isn't right.
Yeah,
See ya!
you got busted.
Don't walk away from me, Flyboy!
Miss, you're in for a surprise! When in doubt, punch it out!
Look at her expression.
How about this surprise?
Okay, time to go.
Shazam!
Nice.
Holy!
Oh, big mistake. None.
What was that?
That we
Oh,
shouldn't
right.
do.
Shazam!
Shazam!
Oh, resume.
No more tricks!
Well, he is basically has the magic power, so yeah. Damn!
What's the matter, Pinky Bob?
They're both equally matched. Ooh.
Oh, Wiz,
Aw,
nothing like a
damn.
firework to end the night.
This battle certainly pushed both Marvel and Shazam to their limits. But while Carol's experiences with the Phoenix Force and Aleph proved she could hold up to Shazam's strength of Atlas, she unfortunately fell a bit short in most other categories.
Even her energy absorption powers could only take so much magic before reaching a limit. But hey, Carol got one over him with her hyper-awareness super senses, right?
Not really. While Binary could move past light speed, we've already established that Shazam can move much faster. Over 133 quadrillion times more, in fact.
Yeah.
And let's be honest, having wise old Solomon telling you any information you need at any point is pretty overpowered. Speaking of which, Carol had enough power to obliterate a planet, but Shazam could punch a black hole into existence. Who even does that?
Going off this building's height and the horizon, we determined the size of Shazam and the black hole. He was giant size at the time. With the estimated Schwarzschild radius of the black hole being 526 feet, its mass must be about 238 octillion pounds. The energy to create a singularity of that size would have to be 97 foe.
Wiz, what does foe mean? Asking for a friend.
It's simple. 1 unit of foe is approximately equal to the energy output of a supernova.
Holy hell!
Wow.
Are you serious? Who decided this guy can punch with the power of 97 supernovas? That can't be right.
Well, we can support this by comparing Shazam to Zeus, one of the 6 beings he draws power from. At one point, Zeus channeled enough energy to defeat the Shattered God, who had only previously been defeated by the original Big Bang.
Okay, but Zeus is drawing power from a bunch of other gods. We can see at least 34 here, and there's probably more.
Yeah.
Even if there were 1,000 gods involved, this still means Zeus is responsible for 1/1000th of something comparable to the Big Bang, a universal scale event.
Yeah, I don't think Binary had anything like that up her sleeve.
No.
Carol was certainly no pushover,
obviously
but Shazam
not,
had
no.
the speed, strength, and versatility to take this battle in the long run.
That was one marvelous fight.
The winner is
Better.
Shazam.
That's better. My premonition is wrong. I apologize. Oh, okay. King Dedede versus Wario. Okay. I'm pretty sure that the Mario fans and Kirby fans are going to enjoy this. Oh, I can't believe it. I can't believe I predict my prediction was wrong. Oh. And I also should have mentioned that Carol used to be as an alcoholic. And I mean, she is alcohol free, so she's completely sober. But her absorption can only last in minutes. But Shazam is just a whole nother level. So now all that's left for me to do is basically just go see the movie. I understand the positive of this film, so yeah, definitely I am going to go ahead and watch it because I'm pretty sure it's going to be funny and entertainingly fun, and that's what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to have a blast with it. So other than that, good episode, good fight. So Shazam, lucky you. And that's where the video ends. If you enjoyed it as much as I am, be sure to smash those likes and leave a comments down below. With that said, I'm Mighty Avenger signing out. Also, if you happen to pick up the Super Dragon Ball Heroes World Mission, and if this is the card strategy games that's interested to you, then what are you waiting for? It's still in store, so pick it up. You're actually going to enjoy this because it is fun to play, and there are tons of a tutorial for understanding how this game works. So until then, take care.